Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to jump into a short, but wow, incredibly vivid passage from the book of Isaiah. It's this amazing piece of poetry, really, all about radical transformation. We're going to break down just how it paints this stunning picture of hope, one step at a time.
Let us then read the passage which will be the first reading for this Sunday Mass for the Epiphany of the Lord, Isaiah 60, verses 1 through 6. The radiance of Zion. Arise, shine, for your light has come, the glory of the Lord has dawned upon you. Though darkness covers the earth and thick clouds the peoples, upon you the Lord will dawn, and over you his glory will be seen. Nations shall walk by your light, kings by the radiance of your dawning. The nations come to Zion. Raise your eyes and look about. They all gather and come to you, your sons from afar, your daughters in the arms of their nurses. Then you shall see and be radiant, your heart shall throb and overflow. For the riches of the sea shall be poured out before you, the wealth of nations shall come to you. Caravans of camels shall cover you, dromedaries of Midian and Ephah. All from Sheba shall come bearing gold and frankincense, and heralding the praises of the Lord.
And this passage, it just doesn't mess around. It kicks off with this huge, direct command: arise, shine. I mean, that's not a gentle suggestion, right? It's this urgent, almost startling call to action. So right from the get-go, we know we're in for a story about some kind of massive change. A shift from, being quiet and in the dark to just absolute brilliance. So that immediate call to action, it perfectly sets up the first big theme we're going to look at. And that's this powerful contrast between light and shadow. And believe me, this isn't just pretty language. It's really the central engine that makes this whole vision work. Okay, so check this out. The text immediately paints this really stark picture. On one hand, you have the rest of the world, and it's described as being covered in darkness and thick clouds. I mean, it sounds so heavy, so oppressive. But then, against that super gloomy backdrop, you've got this one place, Zion, and it's experiencing the total opposite. A divine light is dawning. But here's the kicker. It's only happening there. So you gotta ask, what do light and glory really mean here? Because obviously, we're not just talking about a literal sunrise. No, this light is this incredibly metaphor. It stands for divine presence, for hope just completely shattering despair. It's about a total radical reversal of fortune, a restoration so big, it's like watching night turn into day in the blink of an eye. Now this incredible light, it doesn't just stay put. Its appearance sets off this immediate, massive chain reaction. It basically creates this magnetic pole that has a truly global effect. And just like that, the vision just expands outward. It's like the camera pulls back. This newfound radiance, it's not some private little miracle. Nope, it becomes a beacon for the entire world. The text tells us that whole nations and their kings will see this light and just be drawn to it. You can't resist it. So yeah, this has gone from a local event to a full-blown global phenomenon. Which, of course, raises a pretty big question, right? Who exactly are all these people coming to this new light? Well, the passage gets into some really beautiful detail on this. It turns out there are two distinct groups of people on the move here. First up, you've got this massive family reunion. It's the scattered people of Zion. It's sons and daughters all coming home from who knows where. But then you have the second group, the rest of the world. The nations, the kings. They're not related. They're just pulled in by the sheer power of this light. So what we're seeing here is this really powerful combination, right? You've got an internal restoration, the family coming back together, and at the exact same time, an external attraction, with the whole world just compelled to come and see what's happening. Okay, so this massive gathering of people, it leads us straight into the final act of this passage. And this is really the climax of the vision, and it's described in a way that's both super emotional and, believe it or not, economic. But before we even get to the material stuff, the text zooms in on the raw emotional impact. And the language here is, wow, it's incredibly visceral. It says that seeing this huge crowd of people causes Zion's heart to throb and overflow. Can you imagine? It's just this powerful image of pure, overwhelming joy. And then, right on the heels of that emotional high, comes the material one. The vision promises this huge transfer of global wealth. the riches of the sea, the wealth of nations, all of it is now going to flow to Zion. It's a complete 180 from how things were before. But here's the cool part. The passage doesn't just leave it at that, with these vague promises. Oh no, it gets super specific. It paints this incredibly vivid picture of what this wealth of nations actually looks like in practice. And the details here are just fascinating because they show the sheer scale of all this. You've got caravans of camels from places like Midian and Ephah. I mean, that's the ancient symbol for massive international trade. Then, from Sheba, you get gold, the ultimate sign of wealth and royal tribute, and frankincense, which was this super precious resin used in worship. So you see, it's not just about getting cash. It's this convergence of economic power, royal respect, and deep spiritual reverence, all headed to one place. And this is absolutely crucial. This flood of wealth has a very clear purpose. It's not just for getting rich. The text says the caravans aren't just showing up. They are heralding the praises of the Lord. So this explicitly links the whole economic boom to a spiritual act. It basically reframes prosperity itself as a form of praise. All right, so that was a pretty intense journey through just a handful of verses. Let's pull back for a second and just nail down the core message here. So what have we really seen? It's basically a powerful 3-act story. First, you get this radical transformation, going from total darkness to being a beacon of light. Second, there's this universal attraction. The light is like a magnet for literally everyone, family and foreigners alike. And finally, you have this idea of purposeful prosperity, where all that new wealth is directly tied to an act of worship. And all of that leaves us with one final thought to chew on. You know, this is an ancient vision. It's rooted in a very specific time and place. And yet, its core themes of light and darkness, of restoration, they feel so timeless, don't they? So the question I'll leave you with is this. What does this ancient vision of light completely overcoming darkness, of community becoming a beacon for the whole world, what could that possibly mean for us today?
Thank you for viewing. May God bless you today and always.